Good morning, everyone. So today is October 17th. I think that's the date. Yes, today is Thursday, October 17th. So I'm checking in with you guys. So I really haven't been checking in with like my diet and like exercise the past few days, only because currently that's not the biggest concern right now. Like, yes, losing weight is definitely something that's on the priority list. But like you guys saw at the end of my first check-in, me getting better is what is the most important. So tomorrow is my first day at Celebrate Recovery. So I will be taking you guys along. I don't think I can film, but I absolutely can like talk about the program and updating you guys from there. But I will talk about, you know, what I've been eating this week while I take Sawyer to the doctor. He still is not feeling well. I took him to the doctor on Monday and I'm just not pleased with his progress. He has an eye infection and it's not getting any better. So I definitely want to follow up on that because it's not getting better. So I want to talk about some of the things I have been eating this week. I made a delicious broccoli soup that I've been eating off of the past like 2-3 days. That's something I love to do, is doing like soups, because I can have it as an easy dinner, no problem. But it is a broccoli curry soup. So what it is a pound of broccoli, and then you saute onions with butter, and then you add some chicken broth and heavy cream, and then you put it in a crock pot for about 6 hours. You add curry powder, salt and pepper, and then you use an immersion blender to like break everything up, and it is so good. I love broccoli cheddar soup from Panera Bread, but the difference between this recipe is you're not adding any flour to like thicken it up. And then I've been eating it with like a side of bacon. I also got this tabbouleh salad from Trader Joe's. It's a cauliflower tabbouleh salad, so I've been doing that. I've still been eating for lunchtime. I really love eating pastrami wraps. So I do a low carb tortilla. It's a 3 net carb tortilla. I put some provolone cheese, and then I do some sort of mustard. I've tried yellow mustard and brown mustard. I prefer the yellow mustard more. I put some pickles, and then I microwave it, and it is so freaking good. So sometimes I'll just have that by itself, or I'll do it with like a side of the tabbouleh salad. For breakfast, I trade off on if I do the 2 Good yogurts with pumpkin pie spice from Trader Joe's, and then I add a serving of almonds, and then I'll have my coffee, or I'll do eggs with avocado. I do a full avocado. I do my eggs with 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I also do either turkey sausage, or sometimes I'll fry up some bacon. It just depends. But I also will do the egg avocado bacon meal for dinner as well. So if I do yogurt for breakfast, then I'll do my like egg meal for either lunch or dinner, or I'll add in like a soup. So I've really been enjoying that. I have not exercised a bit this week because my primary concern, my primary goal is just to get myself through not binging or purging for at least 21 days, because a habit is formed after 21 days of doing something consecutively. So the weekends are always the roughest for me. So I'm just trying to get through that part first. And then I'll worry about the exercise a little bit later. So my first goal is to, you know, continue eating low sugar, low carb, and then get myself into the program that I need to. And once I get there, then I will focus more on my fitness. But right now I feel like I need to take things like a little bit at a time, and I don't want to throw too much at myself. But, you know, next week if I wake up and I'm like, oh, I feel like going out for a run, I will totally go and do that. But, you know, there's just a few things that I'm more focused on. For my snacks, like if I want a little snack, I'll have 2 string cheeses And then I'll have like 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. So what I do for like my treats, like if I want something like sweet at nighttime, I've been going with the Smart Sweets. And my favorite one is the berry fish. It's kind of like a dupe for the Swedish fish, but obviously without all of the sugar, but I love the texture of them. I don't like the sour gummies because I don't like the like powder stuff that they put on it. And I like the peach rings. So if you guys have not tried Smart Sweets, they actually launched in Target this week. So definitely look out in your Target. Something else I do is a Lily's chocolate, and then I'll also have like some peanut butter. So that's what I do for my snacks. In terms of my Starbucks, I have cut it down tremendously. So I know I said in my first video I was gonna do no Starbucks at all, and I realized that's not sustainable for me. But what I can do is have 2 Starbucks a week. So I'm treating myself to Starbucks on Saturdays, and then my father-in-law brings me Starbucks on Tuesdays before my small group with the women's ministry. And then all the other times I am doing coffee at home. So I'm gonna save some money. I'm hoping that limiting the Starbucks is gonna help with the weight loss. So that's where we're at now. So what else? I did tell my family what's going on. Chris is the one who encouraged me to open up to my family and my close friends, which I've done. Before I even put this out on the internet, I knew I wanted to tell Nicole Burgess because her and I are extremely close, and she's been following me along with my on again, off again keto journey. So I thought it would be important for me to share that with her so that she knows like everything. So she was very encouraging to me. I also told my mom, I told Chris's parents, I told my brother and my sister, and my really close friends. So I had reached out to Brittany and my friend Tiffany, and then I also reached out to my cousin-in-law Maggie, because I will be seeing her relatively soon for a meal, and it's really important for anyone that I'm like going out to eat with that they know like what I'm dealing with, to like keep me accountable, follow me to the bathroom, all of that stuff. So I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys how I'm making this chicken soup. So I have, sorry, my camera strap is right here. So I have rotisserie chicken that I got from the grocery store. So I just went ahead and cut it up. I also have some red onion that I browned with some butter. I also have fennel in here as well. So now I'm gonna start adding in my wet ingredients. All right, so I'm gonna add some diced tomatoes, and I always like to get the tomatoes that are seasoned with something. So they're seasoned with garlic and olive oil. And then I'm also gonna add a 32 ounce of chicken broth. And I'm just adding this into my crock pot. All right, so I have my soup in my crock pot, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on high for about 6 hours. So it's right now, it's 11 o'clock, so it'll be ready around 5 o'clock. And then what I do with my husband is I will add in a serving of the ready pasta for him because he can have the noodles just fine. And then I will go ahead and dollop it with sour cream is usually what I've been doing, sour cream, and then I'll dice up some avocado to put on top. I will go ahead and leave my recipe below. It's super simple. You could even like give it a different twist, like you can do some lime if you want to do like a chicken lime soup. There's just so much you can do, but just always avoid like flour. When you're, making soups, avoid anything sugary, obviously, and avoid flour. So this is a really easy meal. This is the second week I've been making this. So you could do the soup, and then if you wanted to do like a soup and salad type deal, or if you want to do like a soup and sandwich type thing, you could do like a wrap with the 3-carb tortillas with some deli meat and cheese and like some mustard. That could be really good too if you're craving like a sandwich soup type deal. So yeah, super easy. And you could always freeze soup like this too and just like tuck it away in your freezer. All right, so I'm about to head into a Celebrate Recovery for the first time. And you guys see me, you know, online, and I seem very like bubbly and confident and outgoing, but when I don't know anyone and I'm going into something completely new, I get super nervous. So I am really nervous. I don't know what I'm gonna walk into, who I'm gonna run into. Things are not shameful unless I let them be that way. So we're just gonna do the thing. Alrighty, I got my coffee. I'm so excited about this. So this is what I order. It's a venti light ice, extra heavy cream, no classic, 4 pumps of sugar-free cinnamon dolce and extra cinnamon powder. And yes, the cinnamon powder makes a difference. So it's Saturday, so that is my Saturday treat. So cannot wait to get to drinking this. So this is my stomach shot as of today. And I definitely do not feel as bloated as I did when I started 2 weeks ago. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna be doing my last check-in solo today because Chris, he has been sick literally all week long. He's had fevers. He has a terrible cough, so I'm going to let him preserve his voice upstairs. But I just wanted to check in. So as you guys saw, I took my side-by-sides. I also shaved another inch off of my thigh area. I also shaved ½ an inch around my lower waist. And I also lost an inch like across my bust. So I lost a total of 3 inches this week. I also dropped down to 174 point something. So let's just say it was a pound weight loss. And honestly, you guys, if I'm, you know, maybe averaging like 5 pounds lost a week, like, or no, a month, if I can average about 5 pounds lost on the month, like I am good with that. So we're definitely in the slow but steady wins the race type thing. So I don't want to drop a bunch of weight, you know, all at one time because one, that's not healthy. And I don't think that that would be sustainable for like the long run. But I have not cheated for 2 weeks. Now we're on day 16, I think. So I haven't had like a binge or purge episode in 16 days. So I also got my first chip from Celebrate Recovery. So it's very similar to any other like rehab type meetings you go, you get different like chips for different milestones along your journey. So I have this to hold on to and to physically see like what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. So all in all, this was a pretty good week with the exception of having, you know, some really intense food cravings. Those have been really difficult, but I've really just been trying to power through it. What I found is it's good for me not to be hungry. So I've, you know, been drinking a lot more water. I try to up the fats as much as I can to keep me full. And I just kind of listen to my body. So when I'm hungry, then I make sure I go and eat. For example, when I went to my mom's group on Tuesday, I made sure to eat like right before I left. And then I brought a snack with me. So I brought string cheese with me. It's really difficult for the Tuesday mom's group because there was just like a buffet table of all sorts of stuff. So in order for me to like stay on plan, I have to bring some sort of snack and just not even bother with what's at the table. I did go to a birthday party this weekend and I did pretty good because I went to Wendy's right before and got a bunless burger with cheese and bacon. So I had eaten and then I had some like celery and carrot with some French onion dip, which was good. I wasn't able to stay a whole long because my husband and my boys have been sick. So I was only at the party for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So I didn't really have the temptation of other food or cake or anything like that. So I think that when it comes to like party situations, it might be a good idea for me just to maybe bring a bag of like Smart Sweets with me, some kind of treat that I can, you know, eat while still, you know, feeling like I'm like everyone else, if that makes sense. As at Celebrate Recovery is the people that were in the group that I was sharing with, because we did kind of like an introduction to what Celebrate Recovery is. So it was just a group of me and maybe like 7 other ladies. all with different addiction struggles. And something that I took from that is looking at all the different women that were sitting in that circle, different ages, different walks of life. And I like viewed it as just like walking through CVS. Like these are the people that I would see in CVS. And what really struck a chord to me is that you literally do not know like what someone else is struggling with. You don't know what addiction someone is struggling with. Additionally, of, you know, trying to be nicer to people when I'm just out in the public. Like sometimes I get irritated if like someone cuts me off when I'm driving, or maybe someone's taking, you know, a lot longer in line in front of me. Like sometimes I just have those days where I'm just irritated or whatever it is. And I think it's really important, especially for me, because I'm not perfect, to remember that everyone is going through something. Everyone is struggling with something. Everyone has a story. So that's what I took from Celebrate Recovery, is the fact that there are so many different people there all struggling, and seeing how many people were in that room was just mind-blowing, that all of those people in that room were struggling with something. So that was definitely my big takeaway of the week, is just knowing that you don't know what your neighbor's going through. You don't know what your kid's teacher's going through. You don't know, you know, what your dentist is going through. You just never know. So I hope you guys are enjoying these weekly updates. I'm going to be continuing to document this progress here on my channel. So we are on week number 2. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week with whatever you are doing. And I just want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys gave my first initial video. I received so many comments from you guys. I received so many emails from you guys. And I just want to let you know from the bottom of my heart, I am so incredibly humbled with how amazing you guys are. So I will talk to you guys all later. Bye guys.